Aquarius, happy holidays. It's Amanda here with your December 2016 RuneScope. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the beautiful Tarot Art Nouveau by Antonella Castelli. And then, of course, for part 2 of this reading, be sure to join me over on my Vimeo page. I will pull one card from Madame Endora's Fortune Cards by Christine Philippak for you, and we'll see what further spiritual wisdom and guidance we can get for you on the month of December. Your 2017 Career RuneScopes have also been posted over on my Vimeo page. Just click or tap show more beneath this video, and that will, the links to both of those, the spiritual guidance cards and also your Career RuneScopes will be there. So let's jump in for December and get the runes that want to talk to Aquarius about December 2016. Please do check out the video for your rising sign as well, Aquarius, as I always remind you guys. That can give you additional information or clarify some things in this very general sun sign reading. If you would like something far more specific, something related personally to your situation, whatever you may be dealing with right now, you can schedule a private consultation with me. I do readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopesforyou@gmail.com. That's here in the video, also below the video where all the other information is. If you would like to give the gift of a reading to a friend or loved one, I do have holiday gift certificates available. They are available all year, but you know, we are in the holiday season, so that can make a great gift for like-minded people. So just contact me at that same email address if you'd like to get a gift certificate for a reading for someone. It's a great time to get a reading too, because you can beat the rush for January when I really load up pretty quickly with everybody wanting New Year's readings. We can do your New Year's reading now. So if you want to beat the rush, now's a good time. Let's see what's up for December. I'm just kind of taking in the energies here. Well, your challenge or focus here. We do have the Page of Swords here. So here we've got someone who is associated generally with air signs like you. So another Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This could be somebody who's just being argumentative and, you know, being too forthright, just trying to kind of like being childish in their communication, because this can be a child, but it can oftentimes just be immature communication. People expressing themselves in a way that's just silly or immature or trying to provoke you. You know, maybe especially while traveling or in discussions about travel. For those of you that are planning to travel, you know, in December for the holidays to go visit family, or you have visitors coming in. This could be just, you know, that kid that's really acting up on the trip, you know. So like they may be, you know, are we there yet? Are we there yet? They may be really bugging you or someone else on the trip. You know, so that's relatively minor here, Aquarius. So, now, I mean, because this is, in all honesty, this is air sign energy. This could also be you expressing yourself in an immature fashion. You wouldn't do that. Of course you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Especially if you spend a lot of time around other air signs. It could be you're feeding off of each other. Kind of, you know. And somebody could throw a fit and be like, well, I'm not going. Or, you know, I don't want to go. You know, acting like a little kid. And for some of you, maybe a little kid or a grandchild or, well, I'm not going to go. You know, that's the way I kind of feel that this is happening. Others of you may just be dreading being with family because you know it's going to be just arguments, and it's the same thing. It's like, oh gosh, it's that time of year again to do the whole negativity dance again. to do the whole cycle again, you know. And a lot of people feel that way. It's unfortunate if that's kind of the energy around the family and you kind of dread it, but you feel like you have to, that sort of energy. So those of you that feel that way, I apologize to you about that. I'm sorry about that. Some of you may be trying to get out of it. You or a mate, or, you know, maybe the kids. It's like, we don't want to go. But it's tradition. That's what pops up here. The present situation, present circumstances. So as you know, end of November, moving into December, and here in the States, we've just had Thanksgiving, and maybe that's this energy. I was like, oh gosh, that was awful. Everybody was arguing. It was the same, you know, same old song and dance. Provoking each other. This year in particular, given the climate here in the States, and I'm assuming in Britain, with certain decisions that have been made in both countries, family discussions could get quite heated if topics are not kept off of certain things. You know what I'm talking about. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe it erupted over Thanksgiving, and now some people are like, well, I'm not going to Christmas dinner, or, you know, and it would be a shame if that happened. But, you know, there's not a ton of cooling off period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know, you get a month, and, you know, if you got to go be around the same people again, I mean, you could take it as an opportunity to make amends, or, you know, figure out, to agree to disagree, whatever you got to do. But that's kind of the energy. It's like, oh, it's tradition. So knowing that, if you're watching this, on the November side, and just know, you know, I feel like many of you are not looking forward to it, but you're going to do it because it's, you know, it's what the good son or daughter does, or the good grandparent does, or, you know, whatever, you know, or the good grandchild or grandson does, whatever level you're at in the family tree. You know, you're gonna do it, and because traditions must be upheld. You know, especially maybe there for many of you is a religious connotation. Maybe you do like go to mass, or you go to church for a service on the holiday, and everybody goes together, and it's, you know, a big deal. You know, so traditions will be upheld in December. I think maybe this is coming up because, you know, we've got this rebeller who's saying, I don't want to go, or who's, you know, just being really kind of annoying about it. And the other side of this is either you, or maybe someone telling you, this is tradition, this is what we do, you're not getting out of it. You know, so this could be your mate, or you know, you saying this to your mate. It's like, you know, we do this every year. You know, we're not going to change now. This is the way we do things in the family. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, we've got Four of Swords. So there is going to be a recuperation or healing time. I do feel like many of you are going to be, you know, using holiday time. Like, you will get some time to relax. Like, maybe after all the fighting's done and you're actually there, you know, maybe it will be calmer than you're thinking. Or there will be a chance maybe to heal something that happened a month ago. Or heal a relationship that had been broken apart by deceit and lies, because when this rune comes up, so maybe it was someone was telling you that one family member said something about something you said at Thanksgiving dinner, or you know, it was gossiping and telling stories, and now you're able to kind of set the record straight. Or maybe you were just getting gossip and lies about someone, and we're thinking, oh, you know, surely that's not true. I'm going to talk, you know, I'm going to talk to this person and see if this is really the case. But there's a healing and a recuperation, either physically, you know, or just as far as like rest. I'm not seeing health issues. That's not the way this is coming through for me, although some of you, you know, if you have been dealing with that or if you have had a surgery of some sort, you will have a chance in December to recuperate. Many of you may be taking the month of December and the holiday time off to get back to 100%. But I feel like for many of you, this is a mental rest. Like you're able to finally, maybe not totally put something out of your mind, but deal with it in a way to where you can shut it off. And air signs can a lot of times have problems with that because you are mental energy. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, you're all mental energy. You look at things from the mind first. It's not that you don't have emotions, you certainly do, but you go here first and try to deconstruct it in an analytical, logical way. And not everything in life can be done that way. And you may have been kind of driving yourself nuts trying to figure something out. You're going to be able to find peace in December. And it'll be different for all of you how that works out. But we'll see as we move along if we can get a clue here. What must be accepted? We got Two of Swords. So this is interesting energy. This is the energy of a truce. Okay, of, you know, it's like, I'm not going to look at these things I don't like about you so that we won't argue anymore. Happy holidays, right? That's the energy I feel from this. It's like, you know, and for some of you, this may have been hurtful or may be hurtful because you're very close to this person. This is, you know, a spouse or, you know, a sibling or, you know, a parent or, you know, someone that's very, like, this is a very strong soul bond because Gifu is here. So that's very strong partnerships, a close one-to-one relationship. And, you know, it's like, I'm not going to look at these things about you because if I look at these things about you, I'm not going to want to be around you right now. So yeah, there could be a truce energy around. Now some of you may just be wearing the blindfold until after the holidays because this is a card of there's something you're refusing to see because looking at it is too hard. And with Gifu here, for some of you, this could have something to do with a romantic relationship, with a spouse, with a partner. Maybe, you know, and it doesn't have to be horrible, but maybe it's just that, you know, on this level, we're incompatible. So we're going to have to, you know, maybe you need to go talk to somebody. Maybe you need to go see a couples counselor or find a new way of dealing with it because the arguments and disagreements can't keep going in the immature way that they have been going. So, some of you may be dealing with that, but I really think for most of you, it's just like, if I can just get through this one day, I'm just going to, you know, I'm not going to engage. I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm just going to talk to you about the things I like about you. I'm not going to respond to your immature trying to pick a fight with me. I'm not going to respond. And that's a good, man, I hope you have a Libra in your family. Aquarius. They're the peacekeepers, right? Libras can, you know, can be like, hey, you know, let's not fight. They're always the mediators. So if you have a Libra in your family, just put them on watch. Hey, you're in charge of keeping the peace. The outcome, end of December here, we do have the Knight of Rods in reverse. So this is fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. In the reverse, it is an impetuous person who jumps into things, doesn't think things through, and gets into trouble as a result. And they move too quickly, particularly in relationships, but really in anything, maybe not realizing the responsibility or the scope of what it is that they're getting into, what it is that they're taking on. But there is joy for you surrounding this person. Sorry about that, Aquarius, technical difficulties. But as I was saying, there could be a cause to rejoice or joy regarding this person because this Knight of Rods in reverse, because there is a balancing. This could be a younger person, maybe your child or a younger sibling or someone that you view as maybe it's your job or that you've tried to protect them or shield them or take care of them in some way. And maybe a reckless act got them into some trouble with the law. Yara can mean, you know, the law, legalities, court cases. But you may get good news that they get, you know, they kind of get that get out of jail free card, or they get a slap on the wrist, or maybe this is their first offense, so they're not going to get into big trouble, and you're going to be very happy about that. Another way this can work is that somebody takes a big risk, and for some of you, maybe this is, you know, this energy at the beginning we were talking about where you're disagreeing over this. Maybe it's like somebody has this idea they're going to do this thing, they're going to try this, and you're like, that's reckless, that, you know, you really need to think this through before you get involved in this, and then it turns out that it pays off. So for whatever reason, you know, if somebody comes to you with a big idea and they're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to invest all my money in this, or I'm going to, you know, I'm going to move across the country without a job, it's actually going to work out. This is a big risk that seems foolish, or an action someone's doing. This doesn't have to be symbolizing a person. It just could be symbolizing someone taking a reckless step, or really kind of throwing caution to the wind and not doing a lot of homework, just going for it. And, you know, lo and behold, somehow it pays off. Even though you know, you may be one of the detractors or one of the people saying, no, hold back. Aquarius, this could be you too. Again, these energies, there's so many of you watching. You know, we could have a, maybe you've got like a fire sign rising, and it makes you, or a fire sign moon, and it makes you a little bit more impetuous than most Aquarians would be. And in this case, it pays off. Again, though, wouldn't want to make a habit of this kind of behavior, because it doesn't always pay off. Sometimes it gets you in big trouble. But there could be something regarding, yeah, a balancing, this could be somebody who is very, as we were talking about down here, somebody very close to you, and there's now, like, the karma is shifting. Things are starting to go back in a way that's making you more joyful, more happy, making you feel more positive. You're able to spend time with someone that you get a lot of joy out of each other's company. So as contentious and argumentative as December may start, Aquarius, I don't think it's going to end that way. And if you are concerned or worried about someone who, you know, is going through a rebellious time, and you can really go through that period at any age. That's what a midlife crisis is. Again, it could just be somebody acting immature, not necessarily somebody who is, you know, immature in years, but just behaving that way. And, you know, you may be starting December off arguing with somebody, disagreeing with someone going through that phase, or somebody may be disagreeing with you because you're seeing things from a more immature perspective, or maybe even behaving a little bit more immature than you normally do, Aquarians. But the end result looks good. It's all going to be okay. It will be necessary, though, to ignore certain things or aspects during the month of December about other people that are close to you, or maybe one person in particular. For some of you, maybe it's this kid. It's like, you know, I don't ever know where this, you know, that they tell me one thing, but then they end up somewhere else. They're not telling me where they're going, and I would choose not to know. I just choose not. I don't want to know where they are, really, because if I find out, I know I'm going to be upset, or I'm going to be scared for them. Yeah, I would say definitely this kid may be getting away with something. You know, some of you may be dealing with a child or a grandchild, or someone who's, yeah, getting away with things this time, but next time may not be so lucky. The fact that this kid's in reverse, you may be relieved that, you know, okay, well, they didn't get jail time, or, you know, they just got probation or something. Next time they may not be so lucky, and the problem is he's still in the reverse at the end of the month, so that does indicate that he is not going to give up this behavior so easily, or may be prone to going back to this. So it may be on you, Aquarius, if you are, you know, the mom, the person in charge of this kid, to figure out what's going to get them, you know, get them to get their head on straight and make more calculated, better decisions, because they won't always get the lucky break. So that's what I see for December, Aquarius. I do hope that was helpful. I am going to now shuffle Madame Endora's fortune cards, and meet me over on Vimeo. The link again is below. We will see what further guidance and spiritual wisdom we can get for the month of December that will hopefully help you through that month and through the end of 2016. You made it through. Congratulations. We all did, right? So happy holidays once again. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you back here next month.